Good morning, guys, on Thursday, February 18th. Hey, we are not dealing with adverbs, I guess I say kind of. You take a look at our title, and no, this is not a joke. We're dealing with three words, two, and two. Yep, those are three separate words, two, and two. You're not hearing, anything wrong. You're hearing right, two, and two. The reason this is kind of right after the adverbs thing is that, we have two, like this one, TWO, is the number two. That's an adjective. Then we have two, TO, and that's a preposition, which you haven't even really discussed much yet. And then we have TOO2, that's the adverb. Say, wait a second, two, and two. Well, here's the deal, guys. Do you remember, like, when we went in the spelling unit with homophones, and you had something like blue and blue? Now you had BLUE, blue, like the color blue, right? Like this is the color blue. And then we have blue like BLEW, like the wind blew, right? The wind blew my hair. I had a good hair day, right? Same word, kind of. We gotta be careful. Same sound, but different words and different meanings and different spellings. You can't just say, oh, the wind blew my hair, BLUE. No, that's a different blue. That's a color blue, like my shirt. But the wind blew my hair is BLEW. So yeah, we're kind of going back to spelling with homophones, but you can use the same thing that we learned back then to understand that, yes, same sound, two, and two, but as you can clearly see, different spellings and different meanings. That's what we're going to be going through today and tomorrow. Now I'm going to first give you some examples of how to use them in a sentence, and then we're going to kind of decipher what the meaning is and then practice using them, okay? So here's two, and two. Notice all the different twos you're going to hear, and they purposely did these sentences. Look, listen. Two boys walked to Tucson on Tuesday. God, come on, how many twos do we have there? We're gonna differentiate the ones here soon, okay? Just want to see how they're used in a sentence. By the way, these are all used correctly in sentences. I'm too tired to walk home, one said. Me too, said the other boy. Notice again all the different times to is used. And yes, they had to add Tucson and Tuesday. But again, we're focusing on TOO, TO, and TWO. They cannot be used interchangeably, meaning if you want to say two, like TWO, the number, you can't just use 2TO. It doesn't work that way because, as we're going to see in the next few slides, they have very specific meanings. Just like we talk about with blue, you can't just use blue, BLUE, like the color, anytime you want to talk about the wind blew. It doesn't work. Please notice, I think probably the one that is the easiest is 2, TWO. I think we're used to that, even though it is kind of a spelling, because a lot of younger kids might say, oh, that's the word to no, you actually don't say the W, right? But that's how it's spelled. TWO for the number 2, right? The fox has 2 ears. You have 2 eyes. You have 2 hands, 2 feet, so on and so forth. I think that's the one that people have the easiest time with when we're talking about the 3 different twos, if that makes sense. I'm going to actually skip to this 2 at the very end because a lot of times we might say, okay, it's used for everything else, but it's also a lot and used for going somewhere, meaning like this with the TO. I am going to the store. That's TO, right? I am going to watch a movie. That's what I'm going to do. Sometimes the one that's not used very often is TOO, but there's very specific times when you got to use it. When you are dealing with excess, and I'll explain that soon, or also. Take a look at this panda bear. He says, I ate too much. Too much, that he means he ate a lot, more than he should have, or that's what we call an excess. That's what this means. Too much, in excess. If you are in excess of something, that means you have more than you could ever use. You guys might know you have, you need clothes. But if you would have, 2, 3 closets full of clothes, you might say, yep, I have an excess of clothes. I have a lot, more than I could ever use. Well, this panda bear is saying, you know what? I ate in excess. Maybe you did the same thing at the Super Bowl party. You said, oh, I ate in excess. Or you say, I ate too much. That's when you use TOO. It can also be used with also. Now, I'm going to show you another chart here soon, but you'd also use TOO when you can interchange it with also. Here's an example. If your mommy says, hey, I'm going to Basha's, you might say, I want to go also, or I want to go to, TOO. You see what I mean by also and to, TOO, are interchangeable. Anytime you could use the word also, you could also use the word to, TOO. Hey, don't forget, you need to clean your room, and you need to wash the dishes also. Or you need to clean your room, and you need to wash the dishes too, right? Now, here's another chart, and I hope it doesn't confuse you, because you can see that they put them in different order as far as 2, 2, and 2. So again, I hope that doesn't confuse you, because we had 2, TWO, TO, then TO. But the point remains the same, that we want to make sure we get them, understand the difference. So starting at the far side, 2, TWO, is always going to be the number, right? I have 2 dogs. I have 2, whatever. You talk about the number 2. You might have your cousin say, how old are you? He says, I'm 2, right? He's talking about TWO. When you're talking about going somewhere, that's when you use the 2, TO. And take a look. See, this is talking about an excess again. I ate too many jelly beans. Oh, it means you ate too much. TOO. Again, it also means also. Oh, I would like some jelly beans also. I would like some jelly beans too. We have another chart here. Again, same thing. Yes, they kind of mixed up the letters again. The order of 2, 2, and 2. But 2 is also the number. There are 2 pink gloves. 2 means also, or something that's in excess. Oh, it's too hot today. It's excessively hot today. Or it's used for everything else, like I love to eat ice cream, or when you're going somewhere, I'm going to Auntie's house. So on and so forth. Here's a couple examples, and we're going to be going through some more examples tomorrow to review it, but you have a choice for each one. It's either 2, 2, or 2. You might say, oh, that's easy, just choose 2. Well, you got to choose the right 2, the correct 2, right? I like blank play football. Is it 2, TO, 2, TOO, or 2, TWO, like the number? I think you guys have it just kind of the TO one, kind of the more common one. I like to play football. You're not talking about a number. You're not talking about also. You're not talking about anything like that, okay? How about this one? I ate blank much ice cream. Now think about this. You have a tummy ache. You think, oh, I ate too much ice cream. I think that one, that's the TO one. That means you had too much or excess, right? Hey, some ice cream is good. Too much ice cream, that gives you a tummy ache and cavities. You gotta brush your teeth now. Okay, how about this? It will be ready in blank days. There, I think you can probably tell us talk about a number, right? That's TWO 2. They went blank London. Well, here again, it's talking about going somewhere, so that was this one, the TO. Now again, I strongly suggest you have your books open to page 158 and 159. But if you also want to kind of pause the video while you're working through the worksheet, you can have one of these charts. Maybe you like one of these charts better than the last. that can also help you out. Say, man, let me review this. Okay, it's this one. Because when you're going through your worksheet, it's going to look like this, and you probably figured this out, that it's going to be either 2, 2, or 2. The top of the worksheet also gives you a brief review. And what I love about this one, it also in parentheses helps you out. Now, you probably know how this works. The first time we go through it, the worksheet gives some little hints. The second time, tomorrow, no hints. So, let's take advantage of this where they give us the hints. You can see here, blank children told about a trip, and in parentheses it talks about a number. You say, oh, a number. That's TWO right here, so that's what we put in. Our class went blank a factory. It's talking about the 2 that's in the direction of. Let's look at the chart. In the direction of, TO, and I think you probably already knew that as well. But again, the only one with 2 different meanings is this one, 2 also or more than enough or an excessive, right? But these in parentheses are really going to help you out. I would strongly suggest you look at that and then look at the chart for the correct 2. But I think you guys are going to get this down here pretty well. And then again, we'll review this tomorrow for Friday. I wish you guys Lord's blessings to you to praise the Savior.